an individual that lived in South Africa. This man was an illiterate. This man ran away from persecution. Like many of us from back in Africa, we ran away from persecution. Some of us came here as refugees. Some of us ran away because they had no job. Some of us ran away because we were looking for a better life. Some people came from Europe some years back, because the Anglo-Saxon, chose to say, okay, this is the kind of way of life they are supposed to live. Some left France and they came here. Some left Britain, they came here. Some left Germany, they came here. And in this new generation, some people are leaving India, coming here. They are leaving China, they are leaving Africa, and they are coming to Canada. Canada has been regarded as a country of migrants. And that is it. So this has been happening in so many parts of the world. At every point in time or at every season, there have been movement of people from one place to another. In the 18th century, the movement at that time was towards South Africa because of the discovery of diamond and gold. And here was a man, I will just read his short stories. He said he was born, son of a Jewish tailor in 1843 at Lithuania, then Roman Empire. Russian Empire. Russia used to colonize Lithuania at that time. And this man was born there. You remember that the Jews were scattered all over the world as at that time. And so he happens to be one of the family that were in diaspora. I say Max accompanied some horses to Sheffield in England while still a youth and not wanting to return to the Jewish persecution in Russia. He had no much money, but he went with horse. He didn't ride, he didn't fly, but he came with horse to Sheffield in England. So that shows, I'm trying to picture how humble his background was. At least we were able to fly from Africa to this place, or from UK, or from Germany, or from wherever we come from to this place. But this man followed horses. And so on hearing, when he was in England, on hearing the news of the diamond discovery in Kimberley, he left UK again and went to South Africa. He went to Cape Town. And when he was in the Cape Town, what was he doing? The only thing he knew how to do was to sharpen knife. It was called a peddler. A peddler is the person that goes around sharpening knife. It's not a noble job, is it? You say, oh, Mama, do you have knife you are using to cut your fish, or you are cutting your meat in the kitchen? Bring it out, let me sharpen it for you. That was his profession. That was what he was doing to earn a living. How much do you think someone can earn with that? It's mega, isn't it? That was what he was doing. So when he did this for a while, he raised few money, some amount of money, and then he moved from Cape Town to Kimberley. Kimberley was the headquarters of diamond that time, where they were getting diamond. And the few money he had, what he did was that he bought just few things, like bread, soap, toiletries, these little things that people will need. And then he will take it to Kimberley. When the people that are mining goes to the minefield and they come back home to rest in the evening, they need soap, they need bread, they need toiletries, they need all those things. So what Mark will do is that he will give them soap. Instead of selling soap, he will take in an exchange of diamond. Well, people that are mining diamond, well, it was common for them to go to get diamond. So this guy will give you soap, you give him diamond. Another person will come and say, I need the bread. You give him bread, he will collect diamond. Another person will ask for toiletry. He give you toilet roll, he collect diamond. He collect diamond. For you that was in the mine, it was easy to get diamond and pay with it. You don't have to spend your money, the money you earn, isn't it? So for this man, it was good for him because he was collecting the diamond. So within a short time, this guy has accumulated diamond almost as big as the people that were mining. And you know how expensive diamond is? So he started selling this diamond and made a lot of money. And he didn't stop there. He invested that money in so many companies. this South African brewery. How many of you know South African brewery? Have you ever heard about South African brewery? He was the one that founded it.
Brewery.
Who was he?
Sammy Marx.
Sammy Marx?
Yeah, he's a Jew, born a Russian Jew. So Sammy Marx took that. He started so many things. He was the one that founded the South African brewery. You've been hearing. How many of you heard about? You've been hearing about Vereniken if you ever lived in Johannesburg. Hear about Vereniken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This man was the one that started the coal mining. He was the one that founded the coal mining, and the name was a long name that ended up in Vereniken. And so people just picked the last word, and then they were using it today. It's a big location or an environment in South Africa today. So he was the one that founded it. He founded newspaper. Do you know that this man, he cannot read, but yet he founded newspaper? There are many other things that this man founded because he was very, very endowed with integrity, courage, astonishing business acumen, immense vitality, and of course he made friends with the Prime Minister, Kruger. And that shaped on his life, and then he became one of the greatest industrialists of his time. The reason why I'm painting this is for us to understand that greatness does not come from the fact that you have so many piles of certificates, or because of your color, or because of your background. You can either be black, you can either be white. That makes no difference. If you are going to be great, you will be great. The fact that you are a woman or you are a man does not preclude the blessing and the goodness of God upon your life. The fact that you are a university graduate or you are not a university graduate does not indicate whether you are going to be rich or wealthy or not. And of course, I want to tell you today that of all the world billionaires, none of them has university degree. Isn't it amazing? So it means that success and breakthroughs in life does not come from human achievement, but you only need to tap into the wisdom and the essence that will help you to live a successful life. That is why we said that today we are considering what we call wisdom for living. When you understand the principle of life, your flight will be astronomical. You will fly, you will increase, you will get every good things of life that will make you successful. Now, so in comparison with the creatures that exemplified excellence and accomplishments due to wise and prudent living, the book of Proverbs points our attention to these four creatures.
Amen.
These four creatures are creatures that people will not really regard much. Look at ants. Do you consider ants? You step on it when you are going, you sweep it off your house, isn't it? But there are so many things you can learn from ants. Look at conies. Conies are animals that live by the rockside. They are not good. They are not very good. They are not very edible for eating. But they have been able to live in such a place to escape the hands and the claws of hunters. When we talk about spider, is spider important? When you see spider, you want to kill it. But there are a lot of things we are going to learn from it. Talk about locusts. Locusts will go around, we know locusts like termite, that goes around in the bush, eating leaves and stuff like that. There are a lot of things we can learn from them. And we are going to see them one after the other. So in verse 25 of Proverbs 30, it says that, let me read it. It says that the ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer. They are truly not very strong, isn't it? But they are able to prepare their food in summer. Like some of us, we can look at ourselves and say, maybe you don't really have anybody to think. Those days, we used to think that, oh, because I don't have anybody to help me, that is why I'm not that great. That is why I didn't get my university education. That is why I didn't become that, I didn't become this. You know what? You don't need anybody to help you. You only need God to help you. You don't need anybody's support. You don't need your father or your mother to be the person that will raise you to be whatever you want to be. There have been so many people in this world, they don't even know their parents. And yet they have come to become the best and the greatest person in the world that the world has ever known. Look at Obama, for instance, who was in our like for instance, where I come